Cold didn't scare the Vikings. It didn't even slow them down. While much of the ancient world fought winter with endless fuel and smoke-filled rooms, the Vikings pulled off something quieter, cleaner, and frankly genius. They engineered warmth from the ground up. No roaring flames under the floor, no fancy tech, just brutal intelligence baked into dirt, stone, and timing. And before we dive in, if you like uncovering survival knowledge that history tried to bury, hit subscribe now so you don't miss the next code we crack. This is one of those forgotten tricks that makes modern housing look overcomplicated and underprepared. The Vikings weren't guessing. They were solving winter like engineers who understood nature better than blueprints. The real enemy was the ground. Cold doesn't attack from the air first. It rises. The Vikings knew this instinctively. Frozen earth steals heat faster than icy wind, and most early societies lost the battle right there. The Viking response wasn't more fire. It was insulation so brutal it turned the ground itself into a thermal ally. Their floors weren't just dirt. They were layered systems. Packed earth sat on gravel for drainage. On top came clay, ash, sand, and crushed stone. Birch bark often slipped between layers, acting as a moisture barrier long before plastic existed. This wasn't comfort flooring. This was a thermal shield. Once compressed and sealed, these floors trapped the Earth's stable temperature. Underground, even in deep winter, the soil stays warmer than the air above. The Vikings locked that warmth in and stopped it from bleeding away. Thermal mass was the silent weapon. Stone and compacted earth don't heat fast, but they hold heat like champions. Viking floors absorbed warmth during the day from bodies, animals, cooking, and limited hearth use. Then they released it slowly through the night. No flames required underfoot. No constant fuel burn. This meant one critical thing. Heat lasted. Long after fires died down, the floor still radiated warmth upward. That's survival efficiency. Modern homes lose heat the moment the thermostat shuts off. Viking homes coasted. Animals were part of the system. This part makes modern viewers uncomfortable, but survival doesn't care about comfort. Livestock were often housed in the same structure, separated but close. Their body heat mattered. Warm air rises, yes, but warm mass radiates in every direction. The floors absorbed it all. This wasn't accidental. It was calculated. Shared heat reduced fuel use, stabilized indoor temperatures, and kept everyone alive through winters that could erase entire villages. Smoke stayed above. Heat stayed below. When Vikings did use fire, it wasn't doing the heavy lifting. Hearths were central, smoke escaped through roof vents, and the real warmth soaked into walls and floors. Thick turf walls acted like insulation blocks. Floors acted like batteries. The result was a living space that stayed above freezing even when the outside world tried to kill you. No chimneys, no ducts, no electricity, just physics. Why modern homes forgot this? Today we fight cold with forced air, thin floors, and constant energy input. We heat air instead of mass. Air escapes, mass remembers. Vikings built homes that remembered warmth. Concrete slabs today could do this easily, but most are poorly insulated underneath. Heat gets pumped in and vanishes into the ground. The Vikings would have called that madness. This wasn't primitive. It was precise. These weren't accidental mud floors. Archaeology shows deliberate layering, consistent thickness, and repair over time. When floors cracked, they were resealed. When moisture crept in, bark layers were replaced. This was maintenance, not guesswork. The floor was a tool, as important as a sword, maybe more. Why this matters now? Energy costs rise, power grids fail, winter doesn't care how modern you feel. Viking floors worked without supply chains, without refueling, without constant attention. Passive heating isn't new, we just stopped respecting it. Modern earth-sheltered homes, thermal slab designs, and passive solar systems are rediscovering what the Vikings already mastered. Store heat. Don't chase it. This wasn't about comfort, it was about survival. Viking homes weren't cozy cabins. They were survival machines tuned for cold, darkness, and scarcity. Floors were part of the defense system. When storms trapped them inside for weeks, warmth didn't vanish overnight. When fuel ran low, the ground still gave something back. That's not primitive living. That's resilience. The lesson history's survival code wants you to steal. Real preparedness isn't louder or shinier. It's quieter, smarter, built into the structure itself. The Vikings didn't beat winter with fire. They beat it with understanding. And that understanding is still waiting to be used. If this unlocked a new way of thinking about survival, hit subscribe and share this with someone who still thinks heat only comes from a switch. History left us the code. We just have to stop ignoring it.